What if Sonic Frontiers had more Titans to fight? How would the music sound? Those were the questions I asked myself before I made Take It All, my own Titan boss theme inspired by the bangers from the game. First thing I did was open up FL Studio. I was ready to make some cringe Sonic metal before realizing I needed an 8-string guitar. You see, I wanted to write this song in drop F tuning, which is basically spaghetti strings. My little Telecaster couldn't handle that, so I invested in this Omen 8. I literally bought this just to make this song, but it feels so good to play that I've been using it on tons of other tracks for some games I'm working on. So now I was ready to write an epic Sonic track, except wait. I don't have a vocalist, and I can't even remotely sing like Kellen Quinn. So I contacted Chris, also known as Contagion, a friend of mine who is a very talented musician. I knew his voice was a perfect fit for this. So after locking down a vocalist and a proper instrument, I finally got to work. I started noodling around on the guitar until I made a riff that I absolutely hated, scrapped it, and then finally came up with this. It's simple, but it's very effective, and I like to believe it's quite memorable. After that, I needed some drums, so I opened up Steven Slate drums and messed around with some metal drum sounds before I got this. To me, the guitar and drums are the hardest to get sounding right in a metal mix. I feel like I've gotten pretty lucky so far. Now we just need bass. I'm ashamed to say I did not play bass in this song. As much as I love playing bass, I don't have one that can be tuned as low as the 8-string. So I bought an amazing plugin called Gin Bass, and this thing sounds crunchy. Now that I've got a decent bass to work off of, I can build the song around this main riff. I wrote a heavier verse part with a bunch of chugs that leads back into the main riff, which leads into the first part of the chorus. Here I try to encapsulate the feeling that Undefeatable's chorus gives you, so I made the first part a faster punk type drum beat with a bunch of banana strumming on guitar. And the second part is like a halftime breakdown using the same chords from the first part. At first, I thought this was the most boring part of the song. That was before we had vocals. If you listen to just the instrumental, it's nothing special. But you add Chris's vocals, and it's like magic. After that, I made a proper breakdown that was also inspired by Undefeatable's second half. I basically just took a synth and added some distortion over it. Add a simple guitar riff and some drums and you've got a breakdown. I'll never give up, I'll never back down. In the beginning, this part was only heard here. I didn't get the idea to make this into the intro until I was almost done with the track. It just used to start with the main riff. After that, it's just the chorus again, and then take it all! Once the instrumental was done, it was Chris's turn to write some lyrics and record vocals. He also wrote the vocal melodies as well. It's safe to say that he freaking killed it. He took my bland instrumental and turned it into a proper song. Just listen to these harmonies. This is your final warning. All faith is disregarded. I was initially going to do my own vocal mix, but I ended up using his mix because it was just so good and it was exactly what I wanted. And that's pretty much the track. After it was finished, I commissioned music designs on Fiverr to make a lyric video, and it was all done. A few months of work and over $1,000 invested into this one song, but it was all worth it thanks to you guys. I appreciate all the comments and support, and I apologize for not being able to respond to everybody. Don't forget to check out Chris's music in the description, and stay tuned because we are making another one.